Hello, podcast. Welcome to the high.
The week of March 7th.
I think it was the week of, March 4th.
Well,
because it starts on a Sunday.
Well, we started with... It's the week of the podcast, and we record on Wednesdays.
But the week doesn't start on the Wednesday.
Well,
I mean,
our
when
week
you think
our,
the way we function with this podcast, it ends on a Wednesday because it's the week in review. If it was starting on the Wednesday, then we'd be telling you news stories that are going to happen in the next week.
Telling the future.
On Thursday, Nintendo's going to announce the 8th generation of Pokemon. And it's set in Canada, and all the Pokemon are racist against Newfoundlanders.
Yep, it's really unfortunate that fucking Newfie. It's a bad word, apparently. Very bad.
On Monday, they're going to announce the Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah.
But it's still Skyrim.
Yeah.
But it's also Elder Scrolls 6.
It's all, yeah.
Actually, that
Skyrim 2.
That just goes into Bethesda Gothic, really.
Yeah. Remastered. How are you remastering the sequel of the... What?
You can now play Skyrim in Doom.
What?
And Doom in Skyrim.
Oh my god.
Wait, no, real talk. Can't you play Crash Bandicoot in Uncharted?
Nathan Drake is playing Crash Bandicoot in Uncharted 4? Yeah.
But there's not actually a mini game where you play it.
No, I don't think so.
They should do that.
They should do meta shit.
There should be
that,
you know how in Pokemon when your character always has like the latest Nintendo console in their room.
Yeah.
So there should be like a Pokemon.
Play Bayonetta.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the Nintendo Switch. Time to play Bayonetta 3.
But Bayonetta has a Switch in her room. It's like, oh, it's time to play Star Fox or something. Oh no, she'll have a SNES too, a mini SNES with Star Fox 2.
Yeah.
See, your body's trying to shut down, and my body just decided to overclock itself into nonsense to make up for that.
It's great. It's great, actually. So Tanner, how's your week been?
My week's been good. Was I here last week?
No.
Okay, so my week before that was good too. I read a lot of my comics today.
Yeah. Because
I've been busy doing other stuff, and so I've been buying my comics, but I haven't been reading my comics. So I read like the past 2.5 months worth of comics.
Wow.
I've still got like half a stack left to go.
Yeah.
It's good stuff though. Apparently they're making a new Green Hornet comic.
Really?
And it's a lady.
Ah.
Yeah. And I've been reading Doomsday Clock.
Yeah. Which,
I have to be careful not to call it Doomsday Cock, because that's what my friend keeps calling it. But that's just his aesthetic.
Okay.
And the one thing I keep hearing people say about it is that they're more interested in the Watchmen characters than the DC characters, which I think is a good thing, though, because of the Watchmen characters present, only like 1 or 2 of them are actual characters from Watchmen, because they have Rorschach, but it's a different guy, and they have 2 other characters that are basically designed the same way the Watchmen were, that they're grittier versions of DC heroes, so we kind of have the Watchmen versions of Harley and the Joker, which are Marionette and Mime. And they're really cool, and I really enjoy reading about them, and I think it's a good thing that everyone cares more about the Watchmen characters than DC characters, because not a lot of people are familiar with the Watchmen characters. Like, even if you know what Watchmen is, you didn't necessarily go out and buy that brick and read the whole thing. I only did that because I had to for school.
Like, the only real thing I know about Watchmen was from the Zack Snyder film. So.
There you go.
Yeah.
Whereas DC, everyone already knows the DC characters. Like, you don't need pages of information to introduce Batman, because there's not...
who is Superman?
That's what we all want to know.
What?
But yeah, no, but you have to say it like the old-timey, like, radio drama guy. Who is the Superman? What kind of traumatic event led to his creation? What powers boggle the mind as he hunts down foes? All that we know is that he is a good man and a Superman. This and more on WKYXIXXYX.
Is he really a man? Or is he from a place beyond the outer reach?
Find out next week, and remember to drink your Ovaltine.
Okay. Yeah. But no, that sounds pretty neat.
And I've also been playing Pokemon
Pokemon.
And I was doing a Crystal Nuzlocke, and it wasn't very fulfilling. Because, listen, on the one hand, I could understand how Generation 2 was such a big step up from Generation 1 because the games aren't held together with bits of string. Yeah. But on the other hand, comparing it to what we have now, from a game mechanic standpoint, like, okay, sure, I can dig the 8-bit aesthetic. But did you know there are only, like, 3 damaging grass moves in Generation 2, and 2 of them are Absorb?
Yeah, yeah.
Did you know that only half of the gym leaders in Johto actually use Johto Pokemon? Did you know that Whitney is pathetic and Claire is a bitch?
Both are very true. You know what you should have done?
What I should have done?
You know, to really get the Gen 2 experience, play Heart Gold or Soul Silver.
I mean, I do have Heart Gold. I have all my old Pokemon games except for Ruby because it was stolen.
Fucking rest in peace. But yeah, that's the one you do, Nuzlocke.
So I'll try that.
Yeah.
Right now I'm doing...
You're doing a Wonderlock, aren't you?
Well, it's not, because I'm not...
Well, I'm
not doing Nuzlocke rules.
So I'm calling it a Wonder...
I'm calling it a Wonder Trip.
Wonder Run. There we go.
Yes. I'm calling it a Wonder Trip on Sun. And that's been interesting so far. The only rule I'm going with is that I have to Wonder Trade a Pokemon as soon as I get it. And I can only catch that Pokemon once. But it's like, it has to be the one I caught. So I got a hold of a Tauros, a whole island, before I was able to catch Tauros. But if I catch Tauros, I have to trade that Tauros. But after that, no more Tauros.
Oh, okay.
And right now, my team is Mimikyu and On Edge, but it's Japanese, so it's Hitotsuki. I've got a Japanese Morlo, which I didn't get a chance to look up what his name is, because I just added him to the party. I have Japanese Pichu, but it evolves, so now it's Pikachu, because tragically their names change to the common language when they evolve.
Yeah.
What else was there? It's not in my party, but it got an Eevee named Lilith, and I don't know what to evolve it into, because Glaceon seems to have the best stats and type coverage, but it's not until late game. And also it's named Lilith, and so it's kind of begging to evolve into Umbreon.
Mm.
And I have the French Litleo, so it's Hilanson. And I got a Magikarp, which is in a Beast Ball.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I guess you can use Beast Balls to catch regular Pokemon.
It's just highly infected.
Yeah, the catch rate multiplier on regular Pokemon is 0.1. So obviously they use it on a Magikarp.
Managed to do it.
Well, and it's great because when you do the Wonder Trade, like the first thing you see is the Pokeballs moving past, and so I see the Beast Ball coming towards, like, oh sweet, I'm getting an Ultra Beast, and then Blink's like, it's a Magikarp.
No.
And then I found out it's a French Magikarp, so it's actually a Magikarp. I also got a level 100 Manafi.
Damn.
Which is too cool to use.
Yeah, you don't have enough badges to use that fucker.
Nah.
It's just there. Waiting.
Yep. And I also did not watch Season 5 of Ultron, so now I'm 2 seasons behind.
I also haven't watched Season 5 of Ultron yet, because I'm busy watching a different show.
Oh, sure you're watching. Hey, how was your week?
My week... Oh, one more thing. How was snowmageddon for you?
I don't know how much I can say because most of it pertains to work, and I try to keep that separate from this podcast.
Yes, fair.
But let's just say my drive to work on Monday was an experience, and so I decided to fuck it. I'm going to walk on Tuesday. And that was a whole different experience, but it was slightly nicer because I didn't have to worry about getting stuck. Although I still ended up having to walk through full snowdrifts higher than my boots because I found out that it's up to shop owners and homeowners to shovel the sidewalks and no city thing, which means that there will literally be one half of a sidewalk shoveled and then it just stops partway through because they gave up. It's like, okay, time to fucking bring out the snowshoes. I don't got snowshoes. Guess I'm just gonna go there with water socks.
Water socks.
Oh wait, those are actual things, aren't they?
Maybe.
I feel like they are. And I'm trying to explain that my feet were wet and it was unfortunate.
Soggy feet.
Soggy feet.
Yeah.
And then a whole bunch of other stuff happened at work. I'm not gonna get into it, but it was a fucking adventure. I will get into it after this.
Yeah. Off the record. Off the record. But yeah, my week, it started with snowmageddon. Really, the big problem wasn't like the main.
So when
street.
was Snowmageddon?
Snowmageddon was at that was what Friday it started snowing like really hard.
But that wasn't really an influence on anything. Because we went out Friday and we were fine.
I mean, yeah. It was like Saturday. It was literally the weekend.
Yeah. So Saturday or Sunday.
Saturday or Sunday.
And your week started with snowmageddon.
Yeah.
Which was on a Sunday.
Yeah.
So you acquiesced that the week starts on a Sunday.
How you shut the fuck up? I say the reason I say the week of like whatever the fuck. In this case, March 7th is because that's the day we record. It is of this week. Let the viewer know. Ugh.
There's no one else here. There's no buffers to the madness.
So the main problem with Snowmageddon was just getting out of like the little area where I'm in. Like,
yeah.
What would you describe? Is this a street? Because it's not really a street.
It's a cul-de-sac with parking. It's a parking lot.
Yeah,
it's straight up. It's a parking lot.
It's a straight up parking lot. Like my little parking lot, cul-de-sac hybrid. That shit was deep. Like it was like there was like nothing. Like it was just pure snow. Like nothing had been moved. So
and it was icy as hell for the entire winter too.
Yeah, so I also have like a thick sheet of ice, so that helps. And just getting the car, like as soon as I'm on the street, I'm fine. It's all good. It's just I'd have this one of my neighbors. He had to push me out basically. Oof. Like we would just like back and forth until we finally just got on the street and just got grip and I was out. And I was like, man, getting home's gonna be a fucking trip. Because it will be like another 6 inches on the ground, and none of it's going to be moved because fuck. And as soon as I like turn the corner, I see the parking lot. Shit's been moved. There's just these giant piles, these mountains, and like it's manageable. And then I get up to my house, and I was like, oh, they didn't clear that part. They cleared the visitor stalls, but not the driveways.
Oh, rip.
So I was like, stop, run in, grab the shovel, just shovel all that shit as fast as possible, and get in. And then I was safe because I didn't have to go anywhere for the rest of the weekend. The rest of the week so far. And, that was my Monday. Work was fine. I don't know why the mall was open. Because there was no one there.
I don't ever know why the mall is open, though, considering no one's there anyways.
Yeah.
Hard truth.
Yeah. I mean, there's people there. But
are there?
There are.
Are they there?
They are there.
Are they truly there?
Maybe. I've seen a person.
In body, if not in spirit.
Yeah. But no, like, on a day like that, why have it open? Mm-hmm. There was no one there. Mm-hmm. There was virtually no one there. Right at the end of the day, as we were closing up, I was like, my coworker who's helping me close, like, he's doing most of the stuff, and he's like, man, if any fucking people come in here, I'm gonna cry. And, like, walks in the back. Like, oh man, like 10 people are walking in here. And like, what? No. He comes out like, oh, you asshole. Like, jokes.
Okay, but that's not as bad as what I did. Because I walked up to customer service and there's a window right behind it. And 2 other coworkers were there. And I came up and said, oh, hey, the sun's coming out. And they turned to look. And they turned back to me. And I thought they were about to slap me.
Oh, that's, yeah. Yeah. So besides work, I've been watching anime. Yeah.
Yeah. What anime?
It's a show called Hanasaka Irohai. It's
I don't know what the fuck that means.
We watched it at club the other night.
I don't speak anime. I just watch anime.
Yeah. So this girl, her mom, like she ends up like running away basically.
Her mom runs away?
Yeah, her mom runs away with a man.
To avoid dead anime mom syndrome?
Possibly. Well, she's also very eccentric. And she, like, dumps her daughter off at her, like, estranged... Well, she's estranged from her family, like, her grandmother disowned her mother. Bad blood. And, she dumps her daughter, Ohana, off at her grandmother's, like, spa... hotel inn.
Okay, question: did anyone make the obvious joke that a girl named Ohana was left behind?
Oh fuck! Oh wow! Ah! How did I not pick that one up? Fuck! That was on my face and I never saw it. Wow!
That's why I'm here today.
That's why you're here today. But yeah, she gets dumped off and it's fun times at the end, basically.
So it's slice of life?
Yeah, it's slice of life, but it's also my PA works, who are very good stuff.
Okay.
It's a funny show.
Okay.
It's a funny show. And I also picked up the book that we're reading for book club from the whatchamacallit, library.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
How far into it are you?
5 pages.
Okay.
That thing is pretty solid. So I got plenty of reading to do.
I'll give you some warning. The Charlotte chapters are a beast to get through.
Oh boy.
Emily is much more fun.
Okay.
Also, when it gets a bit heavy on the Jesus, you might be able to get through it better because it's just so kind of ridiculous.
Okay. All right.
Like, I am not Christian. I was raised in a technically Christian house, but even my mom's side of the family, which includes actual, like...
practicing Christian?
No, my grandfather is a former minister.
Okay.
Even that side of the family isn't very heavy. So I don't know, but if you're a super Christian person... and, like, like, Jesus and stuff like that. Jesus. Tell me, when you're talking to your friends about going through emotional times, do you tell them the exact Bible verses that you were reading to try and fix your emotions?
Well, Yeah, I also had the same living situation of, yeah, I guess we're Christian, but we don't do anything.
Yeah, it's like, it's not even holiday Christians. It's just like the technical Christians.
It's like we go to church on some Christmases, but not all. And that's it. We say grace during Thanksgiving.
We used to go to church on Christmas more often, but I think we stopped doing that because just our luck too. I don't think it was in a row, but we went to church one year when I was like 12.
Yeah.
Just because my mom, like, it wasn't even any family. I was like, what, let's go to church. Like, it's a really nice church, and I've heard nice things about them. And it'd just be a nice thing to do on Christmas. We don't have anything else planned. We're like, yeah, sure, let's just go for the Christmas Eve Mass. And the guy there was very fire and brimstone.
Oh, boy.
And, like, fortunately, he wasn't the kind of guy
the devil's coming to get you.
Well, he was like, fortunately, he wasn't like the devil's coming to get you through Pokemon and gays,
okay.
But very much like, this is the time of our Lord Jesus, and if we do not treat each other better, then he is going to wreck fire from the heavens, or some shit like that.
Very cool, fun. Yeah,
and
I can get behind that.
And so that kind of turned us off the idea for a while, and then one year when we were in Saskatoon...
Yeah.
I can mention that, right?
Yeah.
When we were in Saskatoon visiting the family, including the former ex-minister... No. That's a double negative. The ex-minister grandpa.
The former
ex-minister.
He was a minister, then he left that behind. Then he left that life behind again. He's living a new life.
Listen, the grandpa formerly known as father. So that section, us with that section of family, we were in the church there, and he was like this. He was talking about the actual minister who was going to do the Christmas Eve Mass, and he's like, "No, I haven't ever been to one of this guy's masses, but I haven't heard anything bad about him yet." Because he's the guy who'll be super critical of literally everything, including Christianity. Like I remember one Christmas where he's like, "Tanner, I hear you're doing religious studies." Yeah, I am. So have you gotten to the part where Jesus probably didn't even exist?
Yeah.
I'm like,
that's fucking...
no, we haven't, but please, Grandpa, go off. But yeah, and so this
I need a fan to read these hot Bible verses.
And so we go to that mass, and that guy, he was also kind of the similar way, because he kept on talking about this homeless man he knew, and going on and on about him, and how, like, he is a representative of all the downtrodden, and all of the sin that we have brought to this world by not caring for our fellow man. And it verged into the Catholic section of, I've never been Catholic or known a Catholic, but I am very well aware of Catholic guilt. And it kind of verged into that, like, there are people who are less fortunate than us, and it is specifically our fault. You specifically caused this.
Just shit, man. I can't believe I caused homelessness.
You went out there, you kicked this man out of his home, you stole his shoes, and you used them to crucify Jesus.
Yeah, I did. I hammered the nails in with his boots.
You forced Jesus to die and go to fucking Middle Earth and turn into Sauron.
That was a weird experience, but I'm glad I was able to do that. It was cool. It was G.
And one time, you may have been... Did you... Back when me and Colton were friends, which is fucking ancient history, did you ever play Gamma World with me and him? Back when it was me and Colton and Alex, did you ever play Gamma World with us?
I think I was there, but I'm not sure if I actually played.
Okay, because there was one where we were there at my house, and it was before my parents got home, and the door rang, and there were some goddamn Jehovah's Witnesses there.
Oh.
And I can't remember what I said. It was something pithy and sassy, and I think I said, no, we're too gay for that, or something along those lines.
Solid.
What the fuck were we talking about before?
Jesus, Christians, God has touched us all. As much as we didn't want it sometimes. I don't fucking know.
Can you show me on the doll where God has touched you?
So he missed your heart and touched your shoulder. Yeah, it was weird. It's fucking odd.
Hey, was there any gaming news?
Gaming news.
Gaming news.
Gaming news. No, video games don't exist.
Okay.
Glad we killed them.
Okay, well, I think that means there's only like one news story then this week.
Yeah.
Which I didn't read because it did not load when you sent it to me.
Fuck. Can you read them now?
I don't know. Let me check. No, like it was the
link I sent.
All the other links worked except the last one, and it was like,
oh yeah, the last one. Yeah,
this article no longer exists.
Yeah, fuck that one. That was just like, oh, Netflix has a bunch of shit, and apparently that article doesn't exist anymore. So fuck it.
Well, it was like, I didn't really need to read it because the headline was, there are going to be 700 original movies and TV shows on Netflix this year. And I don't know whether it was like congratulating them or being up in arms about it. It really doesn't surprise me because Netflix is like the place to go for all your edgy shit. And people want edgy shit.
People like the edge.
But it's a specific kind of not edgy as in like fucking everyone's dying, Game of Thrones, decapitate. Yeah, it's edgy as in, did you know that queer people exist?
What?
Did you know that you can have a show with no white people on it?
What? How?
Netflix.
Teach me the ways.
Oh fuck, I just bled on this sheet.
Wait, how? What?
Well, I'm bleeding. And then I bled on the sheet.
Oh, that's fine.
Do you have shout?
Shout?
Let it all out?
These are the things I can do without...
Come on! No, it's like the stuff that you spray on when you stain your... You never had to shout a stain out of your clothes?
No, because I throw them in the washing machine.
No, but like an intense stain. Like when your sister's gesturing wildly with a spoon covered in spaghetti sauce. I'm sure that happened one time in your life. 20-odd years of living with her. Not once did she gesture wildly at you with the spaghetti sauce-covered piece of cutlery.
You're being very specific, so I don't know. I think I know what you mean, but I don't think I've ever had to encounter that or face that kind of life. Despite living with 2 women for most of my life.
Well, it's not a woman thing, I don't think. Just keep talking about the news. I'm gonna see if I need to change your duvet cover.
This is fine.
Is this a duvet?
I don't know.
No, it's like a... What the hell is this? It looks like it was made from fucking Barbie dresses.
I want to say it's just like a bed cover.
Is this cashmere? No, it's too shitty to be cashmere.
Is it Led Zeppelin?
What?
Cashmere?
It's a fabric, you tit!
But no. I'm making a joke.
No, you're not allowed to make jokes! Only I'm allowed to make jokes today!
What are you, some sort of Tumblr funny man?
I'm the joke police!
This joke is too funny. I'm not going back to jail!
I watched Vine compilations for a full half hour last night.
Yeah, you did.
And there were no repeats. Yeah. Can I just talk about the thing about Vine? I do kind of like that it only existed for like 3 years and it has a distinct beginning, middle, and end. Because now it's like, there's specific Vine, nothing gets drowned out. These Vines existed and they never got pushed off of the pedestal, and now they can just keep on coming back and they're deified. To the point where, like, you can just, you know that Vine? You know the Vine with, like, give me your fucking money? You know Free Shavakadu?
Yeah.
You know, like, bowl of oatmeal guy?
Yeah. I know that guy has that fucking weed card.
Yeah.
Shit!
Road work ahead? Well, gosh, I sure hope it does.
Can't believe Vine was a 3-act play.
Damn, son.
Yeah. So, Ubisoft has a giant fucking PC sale with over 100 games on sale from its catalog.
I don't have a PC.
I don't use I actively avoid buying Ubisoft games on PC.
Can I also point out that Ubisoft is one of those publishers that I only know that they publish games. I don't know any of the games that they publish.
Well...
Like, I recognize Ubisoft as a company. I can't comprehend it as a brand. Because I don't look at a game and like, oh, hey, yeah, that's that Ubisoft game.
Well, that's... Yeah. Yeah. So, to jog your memory, some of these Ubisoft games may include Assassin's Creed.
They may include or they do include?
They do.
Okay.
Don't
be dropping that fucking hearsay on me.
Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six, Ghost Recon, and Splinter Cell. Far Cry, For Honor, Watch Dogs, South Park.
I think it's pronounced watch_dogs.
No, right here there's no underscore.
Right, really?
Fuck branding. Steep, Trackmania, and Trials. Prince of Persia. That franchise is fucking dead.
I kind of liked the movie.
Maybe it was okay.
Even if it did have the entirety of the Middle East portrayed by white people.
Yeah.
And one black dude.
Yeah.
And what's his British man face?
British man face.
He's British. I don't even know if he has any Indian descent in him, but he always plays Indian people. But he's British.
Ben Kingsley?
Yes.
Oh. Okay. I don't know if he...
Because
he played Gandhi.
Yeah, but he plays Indian characters so often, I don't even know anymore. Which is concerning.
And you know what? I want to know now. He is an English actor. Career spanning over 50 years.
Just check like early life. It usually says parents' heritage.
Oh yeah, this dude is totally fucking Indian.
Okay.
His parents are, well, yeah, he was born with a very Indian name. He has basically a stage name. Ben Kingsley is a stage name, pretty much.
So when he played the Mandarin, he was truly playing himself. Yeah. Damn.
Makes you think. Back to saying names of games that are on sale.
I saw Beyond Good and Evil's on there.
And other Ubisoft titles.
Actually, no, Rayman is the only game I recognize as like Ubisoft, the brand.
Yeah. Kind of was the face of the brand for a bit.
Now it's Rabbids. When are the Rabbids going to have a crossover game with the Minions?
Why do you say things that hurt me? Like, Rabbids are just were just Minions before Minions, but Ubisoft didn't capitalize on it enough.
I guarantee there's going to be
Ubisoft could have been the richest company in the universe.
I guarantee there's going to be a there can't be a Rabbids movie by Illumination because Illumination is making the Mario movie, which means that they're going to treat the Goombas and Koopas like minions. Which I can kind of get behind.
They kind of are.
Yeah,
they
true.
are minions to Bowser. Well, actually, it kind of depends. Are they really evil? Or the Koopas and the Goombas really misunderstood? Are they just there? I want to say they're just there.
Well, Bowser is also known as King Koopa, implying there's a Koopa Kingdom. So the Koopa Troopas would be the Troopas of the Koopa Kingdom.
Yeah. They are the
Goombas... Are they sentient? Are Goombas sentient? Yes, they are, because they can wear hats.
Yes.
That's the defining trait of sentient beings.
But when Mario... Yes. I guess they are hostile, because when Mario comes near one, they just fucking charge at him. Okay, so fuck them. Just kill them all. Yeah.
What if they're like they're exiles from the Mushroom Kingdom because they're like the horrible, deformed mutation spin-offs of the Toads?
They were a cloning project
that went wrong.
That went completely wrong.
And Peach banished them to the Koopa Kingdom, and the Koopa Kingdom took them in.
Yeah. Really, Bowser's a benevolent ruler.
He truly is.
Yeah. Really, he's the hero of his.
But when you think about it, maybe it wasn't necessarily Princess Peach. Maybe it was her like evil father, and then Princess Peach took over. But she chose to retain the title of princess because the people no longer trusted the aristocracy after what they did.
Yeah.
Because Peach and Mario are on decent terms with Bowser usually because they like go go-karting and stuff, and she watches the kids sometimes. It's weird shit like that.
Yeah, it's an odd world.
Anyways, that concludes our Game Theory segment, sponsored by Matt Patch. What's the next news?
I wish we weren't sponsored by him. Bethesda announced their E3 2018 press conference. It's locked in for June 10th. Sunday. Be there.
For The Elder Scrolls 6, Skyrim 2.
Yeah. Remastered. That's it.
What if they released Skyrim demastered and it was like an 8-bit?
Well, there is Skyrim demastered. You turn all the settings, all the sliders to fucking low. As low as they can go. And it just looks like a weird jank like PS1 game. And it looks great.
What if Skyrim, but it was like one of those little LED handheld games? Like the ones that only have the one game on it?
Yeah. Those, yeah. That's... You can get Doom on that.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Obviously easy.
Hey, Ryan, remember when you told me to stop saying things that would hurt you?
Yeah.
I just saw something that would hurt you.
How?
Skyrim Landers. How would it work? I have no idea. But I put it into the universe, and now it will come to be.
Okay, good. I had a thought today. I was talking with some friends about Timberlands. You know, the shoe.
No, I don't know fucking shoes.
It's the mean boot, you know? Okay. Wheat Timberlands. This boot.
It looks like a fancy UGG.
It basically is. Costs almost $200. Now, it's also a big meme. So, you know who else is a big meme?
So many people, like, fuck.
Tim Allen.
Oh, God.
Tim Allen. And thus, I found this image.
Oh, Lord. Oh. That's gonna come to me in my dreams.
And then you die instantly. So this story got updated. It turns out to be nothing. Initially it was like teasing.
Wait, which story?
Blizzard.
You just went from Tim Allen to this story.
Blizzard was teasing a tweet that features Diablo and a Switch.
Okay.
And it was updated. And it turns out it was just a fun little thing. A spokeswoman with a spokesperson with Blizzard humbly offered that we can assure you that we are not that clever. It was meant to be a fun community engagement piece.
Let me say this. People saying that they were hinting at Diablo on the Switch because there was a Diablo Nightlight that was being switched on and off, that's a fucking reach. But let me also say, the Blizzard is just doing that to cover their asses because they're totally developing something for Switch. Because they let out several other far less subtle tweets saying how they'd be interested in developing like Hearthstone for Switch or putting Diablo on Switch.
Yeah.
Because they can now. Yeah. If Dark Souls is on Switch, then Diablo can definitely be on Switch.
Jet Force Gemini 2. Yeah.
The Lost Vikings.
Heroic Legend of Arslan. The game.
See, I don't understand how you could think that I know anything about shoes. Because just because I'm not gay enough to know anything about women's shoes doesn't mean I'm too gay to know anything about men's shoes. It's like a reverse.
I wasn't assuming you knew anything. I was just like,
it's a
do you know what a Timberland is?
It's like a reverse Venn diagram.
What's a Nike? What is a brand with 3 stripes? Is that a thing? Is this allowed?
McDonald's.
Donald. Can a Puma wear shoes? What's Under Armour?
Flesh.
Got real for a moment. Just hit me. The real Under Armour is underneath your armor, human.
Maybe the real Under Armour was inside us all along.
Ah! Did you know that 1 in 10 people have a skeleton inside of them?
Oh fuck, I think that might be me.
Oh no! Gotta fight that skeleton!
You know, my parents dropped me on my head a lot when I was younger. And that's why I'm gay.
That's the cause.
Yep.
Don't... Kid becomes gay if you drop it on his head. Too many times it's just asexual now.
Yep.
It just doesn't feel.
Okay, so does that mean that bisexual is like just one drop? Or is it when the kid starts to fall but you catch him halfway down?
Yes, the halfway. Then it becomes like Schrödinger's gay. If a gay falls and no one's there to see it, are they really gay?
No, Schrödinger's gay was basically don't ask, don't tell.
Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck. So,
Son, are you doing gay shit in there? I don't know, sir, I didn't ask. Son, you've got a dick in your mouth. But I didn't ask, sir.
I didn't tell. Listen, he's innocent in it. I'm innocent in this. He's sucking my dick.
Now, quick, segue that into one of the stories.
Speaking of getting your dick sucked. What? So, players were all like, man, this Yakuza 6 demo is huge. Like, it's bigger than most games. So, yeah,
It's bigger than most dicks!
Yeah, it is. Here we go. It all comes full circle. We're fucking hopeless.
Yeah. This is why we need more other people.
Or this is prime.
Oh yeah.
This is exactly what we need. So
we're gonna get really confused texts from Ty after he listens to this.
Fuck. It's like, I don't know, man. It just happens. So people are all like, man, this Yakuza 6 demo is gigantic. It's bigger than most games and stuff. And as it turns out, oh shit, we accidentally put out the whole game. We need to roll that back. Yeah, earlier this week, fans were shocked to learn that Yakuza 6, the Song of Life demo, wasn't just a prologue. It was unintentionally the full game, complete with trophy unlocks and everything. Before long, Sega got wind of the issue and pulled the demo from the PSN, and it still hasn't returned. Now, folks who have downloaded Yakuza 6 demo are finding that the app is locked and unplayable, which is a expected move from Sega's part. Addressing the situation today, a representative took to Reddit to explain that while the company hasn't determined a release date for the patched up prologue, Sega is working with Sony to make sure that there is no account penalties if you download the game. Yeah.
So I'm assuming that the people who downloaded the demo, they would still have to like pay the full price to get the game back again.
Yeah. Like they basically got the full game for free by accident.
Yeah.
That's actually still kind of hilarious.
Yes, it is.
It's just like, man, this demo, it just keeps going. Who would have thought this demo was this long? Nani?
But it's good they're not punishing anyone, because like...
Yeah, no. It's like...
Well, they don't... When you hear about companies punishing people for similar stuff, it's because they got hacked or something. It's not Sony, or it's not Sega accidentally released Yakuza 6. It's like someone data mined Yakuza 6 and found the full game inside and stole it.
Yeah, it was just
but
like...
this isn't like...
Oh, we put the wrong one
This is
out.
a reverse hack. We hacked ourselves.
We played ourselves.
We did.
Like a fiddle.
When's Yakuza 6 supposed to come out anyway?
When is that? Yakuza 6. It is supposed to be December 8th.
Okay. So there's still time that they might put out the demo again.
Oh yeah, probably within like a month or so.
Well, that's probably another reason they don't want people playing around the full games, because this may not necessarily be a finished game.
Yeah, this probably isn't even gold.
Yeah.
It's like silver.
Yeah.
Moving on. Hajime Tabata asking fans of Final Fantasy 15 if they want a super bad or happy ending to the game. So, so there was a lot of recently announced DLC, like 3 more fucking character episodes. So like this game's gonna have a ton of shit. He Hajime Tabata, he also recently asked fans by the way of a greeting event, whether or not they want to see a happy or super bad ending. Allegedly, Tabata took their opinions into consideration, even if the ending situation seems to be vaguely referring to future DLC. The Porcellos already took in a what-if scenario in episode Ignis. It's entirely possible that he was just teasing, and we'll get both episodes. Arden's DLC probably mean the super bad one. Yeah, I need to get back on Final Fantasy 15. Holy shit!
Where did my phone go?
Where did your phone? Did you leave it? Oh, is that it there?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Right, I put it there when I was bleeding.
Yeah, I'm bleeding.
I've never played F-15, so...
You should play it. It's real good.
You know, okay, it sounds like there's a lot of DLC coming out, so you know what? I'll buy, like, the Game of the Year edition or whatever. The Ultimate.
Well, like, this game, when I got it, it was kind of super half-baked. Like, you could tell, like, this needed, like, a little bit more time in the oven. But, like, now's, like, one of the best times to get it. Because you have just all these episodes.
But it'll be an even better time to get it when I can get, like, the sexy re-release that has all the DLC included.
Oh, yeah. When I don't think they even announced anything like that.
But they will.
Yeah, they likely will.
So I might as well wait for that.
Yeah.
It's like you were saying last week with fighting games. You'll wait for, like, the special edition that already has everything inside it.
Yeah. Yeah. Moving on. The games. The next Battlefield's reportedly is going to be back in World War II.
What? But no one's ever done a World War II video game before.
Never in the history of Dota has anyone ever had a video game set in World War II.
They're either going to have to do something really special with this or just double down on the Nazi punching, because otherwise people are going to be kind of underwhelmed.
Well, I think the big thing is, like, this is, like, getting back on the trend because Call of Duty went back on it. So Battlefield's got to...
Well, that's what I'm saying is... it's a trend.
Because everyone's like, man, the fucking Modern War, we're done punching the Arabs because we've done that for the past, like, 10 years.
Oof, yeah.
So we gotta go back to punching Nazis. And I think if anything, Battlefield 5, which it's reportedly the working title, here's what I want from them to do.
What do you want from them to do?
I want to see us storming the beaches of Normandy again. We don't need that. No. You know what Battlefield likes to do? They like their vehicle combat. So you know what we should get more of?
Dunkirk?
But yeah, that would be pretty neat. But Battle of Kursk, which was like...
That doesn't even sound like a place in our dimension.
Oh yeah, it's Russian. So
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I want massive tank warfare. I want fucking Panzers and T-34s just fucking ramming into each other because we're out of ammo and fuck yeah.
Actually,
sick as shit.
Has anyone ever done a game for the Pacific Front?
There have been a few, but like, Battlefield has done it like once, but it was a solely multiplayer game in 1943.
Okay.
But it was solely multiplayer, so you get, and they only did like 3 islands. Total,
okay.
And they were
so you could actually
small.
You could get a lot of mileage out of that because like, it's kind of known as the underrated one.
Yeah, and it's weird that it's underrated.
Oh, you know what else they could do? Yeah. Lindsay, listen to this part.
Yes.
You know what else they could do in the World War II with their vehicular-oriented combat?
Yes.
Night witches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That, and also like, there's so many fronts and stuff that they could, like, I don't think Battlefield has done like a Eastern Front Russian thing. So like you can have like a campaign set there. You can have a campaign in North Africa. You can have one in Italy. You can have one in like Burma and shit, China and stuff. And like you can have a very Pacific one. You can dabble a little bit in Europe and some of the areas that weren't really touched upon a whole lot. Like yeah. Yeah, you have, like, hell, even maybe something on the outbreak of the war. You're in Warsaw, and you're like, oh, fuck, there's the Germans.
Yeah.
And you see an entire fucking army coming your way. You're like, oh, boy.
So, yeah, that's what you can do. Listen to us, Battlefield.
Listen to us, Dice.
Listen to us, Dice. The reason World War II got played out wasn't because it was World War II, is because it was just 500 versions of Normandy.
Yeah.
So ease up.
So let's change it
Just
up.
Don't do Normandy. And no, don't do Pearl Harbor either.
Yeah. Well, there's been a whole lot there.
But everyone always hears about Pearl Harbor because it's American.
Yeah.
Is the thing.
What we're saying is don't focus on America this time.
Don't focus on America. And if you're going to focus on Europe, focus on like the smaller nations.
Well, you have like the main players like Britain.
Well, like, have them there, obviously, but, like, don't do it from their perspective. Because Britain got, like, backup from Canada and from India in a lot of their fronts.
Also, Australia and New Zealand.
Yeah.
South Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah. The colonies.
So, yeah. The colonies.
Yeah. That's what we are.
You know what they should do for Battlefield... I don't know what the next one would be. For
5.
Battlefield F.
5.
No, I'm talking about the one that comes after this. See, the order goes 4, 1, 5 in Roman numerals.
Yeah.
So for the next one, they can do Battlefield N and do the Napoleonic Wars.
That would be neat. But you know what else they could do? 2143. So go to 2142. We have fucking mechs and shit.
But they said they don't want to do time travel.
No future, though.
They don't want to do no future.
Cool future
They don't want no future no more.
Cool future shit.
Kanaka's in the future was not supposed to be any war anymore.
Fuck that.
Whereas in the past is just fucking rife with wars. Do the Napoleonic Wars. Because those pretty much covered all of Europe and the colonies again.
The colonies.
Have, like, Alexandre Dumas's sexy black grandfather show up, who almost managed to conquer Egypt single-handedly because he's so pretty. And then they thought he was Napoleon. Because someone as ugly as Napoleon couldn't conquer this much. It must be the sexy guy. And then Napoleon showed up, and they're like, no, we don't want this. Who are you Googling?
Breaking news. Hannibal is crossing the Alps again.
Like the comedian?
Elephant. No, what? No.
What?
I'm talking about Hannibal the Conqueror. He crossed the Alps and that with elephants.
And he's back?
He's back. He's doing it again. With more elephants.
I don't understand what you're saying, Ryan.
Learn your history, man.
That's your sister's job. I just smile and nod.
Just smiles and waves. That's what he does.
Lindsay, I'm sorry. I tried to retain all your history lectures, but the only thing I'm mad is that Chicago... No, not Chicago. What's the good one? Chicago's
Chicago
bullshit.
style?
No.
What?
Was it? No. Yeah, it was
Chicago's
Chicago
the one that she likes.
Yeah. Oh, that's the only thing I retained from all our conversations. Chicago is supposedly a better citation format.
I don't even know what a citation is. Never heard of her.
It's when, you know how someone says, I read blog lists from the artist.
Was she even in the top 40?
No, she got bumped off by Kesha. What?
Fuck! Oh, okay.
I don't know where we are anymore!
Where are we?
What's the next
Who
fucking
are
story?
we? There's progress being made in Super Nintendo World. At the
Yay.
USJ. It's due in 2020.
That actually seems... Oh no, I guess it's not super soon. I mean, it's soon, but I guess when you think about it.
Yeah, time is a construct. I agree.
Also, in regards to... They're not... It's not going to be as big as, like, Disney World at the start.
Well, no, it's going to be a part of USJ.
What is... Oh, Universal Studios.
Universal
I
Studios.
thought you were saying the United States of Japan.
What?
I was trying to
Fuck.
figure out... They're not states, although... There was a boring states period, so you could call them the United States.
Why are we playing ourselves?
I don't know!
Are we unlocking the truth? Is there... I see a third eye opening on you, Tanner.
No, that's just the spot where I ripped a chicken pox off.
Oh. I thought you were going to become like TN.
I don't know who that is.
He's the Dragon Ball character, the monk dude with third eye. He hangs out with a racist caricature.
See, I know the racist character.
Chaozu.
Oh! Wait, is Chaozu the cat thing?
No, he's like the little boy who's like all white and has the red cheeks.
Oh. I was thinking of a different racist caricature.
I'm talking Dragon Ball racism.
Yeah, I am talking about Dragon Ball racist too! Isn't there a guy made of blackface?
Yeah, well, yeah, that's Mr. Popo.
Yeah!
No, like the cat dude, he hangs out with Yamcha.
I remember Yamcha.
Yeah, you do. He's dead in a hole. Episode 1.
No, because here's the thing. I wasn't allowed to watch Dragon Ball Z because it's too violent.
That's unfortunate.
But years later, YTV all of a sudden started airing Dragon Ball. Not Dragon Ball Z, the original Dragon Ball.
Yeah,
where Yamcha and Bulma and all those fuckers started coming in together. And so
they were
watched
actual characters
and
who didn't stand on the fucking side.
Yeah, I watched like 10 episodes of that when it was still the plot of Journey to the West instead of Superman.
Yeah, it was great.
And so I watched like 10 episodes of that, and that's how I was familiar with Yamcha. And then at some point, I think it was like on a trip to Edmonton, and we popped Dragon Ball Z Kai into the player. And it's like, oh hey, I remember Yamcha. Yamcha's dead. Okay.
That's just how it is in Dragon Ball. Everyone from Dragon Ball is a jobber in Dragon Ball Z.
And there's Green Bitch. There's
Piccolo?
Yeah, he's there, and there's Vegeta.
Yeah, he's
Remember, eat your Vegeta, and now Piccolo and Vegeta, you can both call him Daddy. You can't call Goku Daddy.
No,
he has a child, but he's not a daddy.
He has multiple child. There's Gohan and Goten. Those are his kids. I think there's a third.
Which one was Saiyaman?
Saiyaman. Oh, that was Gohan. That was his disguise, superhero disguise.
Okay, and he's the one who was the whiny little punk. And at some point he grew up?
Yes, he did grow up, and if it wasn't for Chi-Chi, he could have been the strongest character in the entire universe.
What'd Chi-Chi do?
Send him to school.
Who is Chi-Chi?
Goku's wife.
Oh, yeah. I also can't comprehend Goku having sex.
Apparently they've never kissed. But they have 2 kids.
The Dragon Ball universe is so fucking terrifying.
Toriyama never gave a shit. He doesn't give a fuck about anything.
I'm having an existential crisis.
So what you're saying is we should watch Dragon Ball Z Kai.
No, we shouldn't.
We should watch it all, Tanner.
No, we shouldn't.
Get all the way up to
blind.
Super. We won't watch GT because that shit's bullshit. I watched all GT.
I do remember watching an episode of GT. I don't remember anything that happened.
Yeah, exactly.
I just know that I was sitting in front of the TV. It was the 2000s, okay? When you had the chance to sit in front of the TV, you watched something. You didn't care what the fuck it was. That's how I ended up watching Megan Fox's first role in a weird CMT sitcom.
What? Oh. Weird. I lost my hat.
Oh shit, that means you're not sent anymore. Callbacks.
Fuck.
Is there any other news stories?
There's like one more with Nick Cage.
Oh god, no, that one was fucking terrifying.
Nick Cage is starring in an Oculus Rift video series. You want Nick Cage directly in your fucking eye holes?
I mean, okay, virtual reality movies and TV shows is what we've all been waiting for ever since this became a thing. Because it's probably
I really want me some that VR movies.
You're gonna break this barrier. You're gonna create this new medium with Nick Cage. Nick Cage in your face. All of his teeth.
I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence.
That's not what he's... What?
Well, he kind of sounds like that.
No, that was some kind of weird British accent.
I don't... Well, he kind of tries...
concerning.
Listen, it's been a while since I last watched Nick
Listen,
Cage.
he has so many teeth.
The bunny in the bag.
I thought it was a box.
No.
Listen.
On air.
Listen, I watched the best video like 7 times this past week.
It's the scenery as we speak.
What?
Nick Cage is gnawing on the scenery as we speak. Eating the wall.
No, I watched... It's on Facebook. It's G-rated 7.
What?
It's like a 5-minute long animated short, and it's basically the edgiest episode of Fillmore.
So
So the two cops are hall monitors. And they find this kid who's been, stuck to the table with all this melted pizza and junk food. And then they find this chick who has a whole bunch of calculators glued to her hands. And she's like, I just wanted to borrow them. And then they find out this, there's some kid setting people up, framing them as the 7 detention violations.
Wait, were you thinking Nick Cage was in 7?
No, but you're talking about boxes.
No, I was talking about Con Air and
yeah, I know.
The bag.
Yeah, but the bunny goes in a box. And you know what else is in a box? Gwyneth Paltrow's head.
Yeah.
Except not in G-rated. In G-rated 7, it's Mills' action figure's head.
Oh no!
And it's so... Listen, the ending, they play the ending almost completely straight. Except, but it's because it's an action figure's head in a box. And the guy, he's like, oh, I tried to play with your action figure, but it just couldn't work out. So I took a souvenir. It's shiny head. I guess teasing is my violation. And the guy playing Mills, he plays it so good because what's in the lunchbox? What's in the lunchbox? Oh gosh! Oh gosh! It's gold.
I need to watch that video. Shit.
I'll have to send it to you.
Please do.
And here's one more, because you went through all your news, right?
Yeah.
Here's one other news.
Yeah.
They dropped the trailer for the new Winnie the Pooh movie, the live action one.
Yes, they did.
Did you see that?
I did.
What did you think of it?
It's adorable.
Okay. I'm not 100% sold on it. It looks really good, and I'm glad they went with the style they're going with. I think if they tried to do it closer to the cartoon, it would have been creepy.
Yeah.
I'm glad they're going more classic. The only thing I'm a little concerned about is Pooh's mouth. It seems too small, and it's not moving enough.
Yeah.
It's kind of like he's talking like this.
There's someone posted a photo, a screen grab of Pooh peeking up at Christopher Robin, and it was in Discord, and fucking degenerates in there. Fucking dog is all you know what fix Pooh? How you fix Pooh's mouth? It just posted a picture of a stuffed bear. It's got its mouth open. It's got teeth, human teeth. And I'm like, dog, why do you do this? Why do you like this? I didn't raise you to be like this.
I'm just assuming that one of the art directions, one of the things on the big whiteboard that Disney put on the Winnie the Pooh art direction area is don't be like Ted.
Yeah, probably.
But I think they should. It's okay if they're a little bit like Ted, because literally the only thing good about that movie was that Ted looked pretty good.
He looked like he somehow fit in a little bit with that weird Mark Wahlberg universe.
Yes.
We don't live in the same universe as Mark Wahlberg.
No.
No.
He lives in a world where there's only Mark Wahlberg and Russia.
Yeah. He was good in Shooter. Pain in the Game was alright. They make shit like Ted.
Have I ever seen him... I'm trying to think if I've ever actually seen a movie with Mark Wahlberg in it.
Do I pull up...
The Departed.
Is he in The Departed?
He is in it. But, he disappears halfway through and then he comes back at the end.
Oh, okay. So
yeah.
Just kind of a bit
He's that guy.
He's that guy.
Did I ever tell you about watching Departed with my grandmother?
No.
We paused halfway through to grab snacks, and we asked her how she was liking it. It was me, Mom, and Grandma. And we asked her how she was liking it, and she was like, well, I'm trying to like it, but it's really weird how they keep going back and forth to when the guy's a cop and when the guy's in the gang, and I don't understand what's going on. And I'm like, well, what do you mean? Well, sometimes he's a cop and sometimes he's a gangster, and they keep going back and forth and talking to different people, and they're acting like he's one thing or the other thing. And we're trying to figure out what she's saying, and eventually we realize that she thinks that Leonardo DiCaprio and Matt Damon are playing the same character.
Fuck.
And she didn't quite grasp that we were trying to tell her, no, they're different people, until the scene where they meet.
I forgot Mark Wahlberg was in The Italian Job.
I saw, the last 20 minutes of that years ago. Who was the female lead in Italian Job?
That was Charlize Theron.
Oh, okay. I was thinking it was Amy Smart for some reason.
Weird.
Have you seen the movie Rat Race?
I don't think I have, actually.
You should watch the movie Rat Race. It's really good.
Fuck, Mark Wahlberg was also Max Payne. That movie sucked.
Video game movies, though.
They're
Is Tomb Raider gonna turn it around?
No. There will never be a good video game movie. I hope Ready Player One.
Wreck-It Ralph.
Well, that's different. That's an animated movie.
Okay, did you see the Wreck-It Ralph 2 trailer?
Yeah.
I was deeply disturbed by the ending. And I don't know why that specifically, because I've watched some disturbing shit.
Who knows?
It just hit something primal. Actually, no, you know what's going to turn around for video game movies? Rampage.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Not even The Rock. The Rock's had his shot at video game movies with Doom.
What if...
Like, the last 15 minutes of that movie is kick-ass, but the rest of it's garbage.
What if The Rock voices a character in the Super Mario animated movie?
He should voice Mario.
No, he should voice Wario. No, he should play Wario.
You should...
Like, everything else is animated.
But
and then
The Rock's
Wario is just The Rock.
It's like he's got the yellow shirt, but it's like ripped off at the sleeves. It's like, hi, I'm Wario. It's like Waluigi's just like, It's like, fucking talk. Just...
I feel like John Leguizamo should reprise his role as Luigi.
Fuck, he was Luigi.
I can't think of anyone else who could play him, though, in a movie.
That's a good question, honestly. I mean, at least it's animated, so you can just have...
He just has to voice it.
Is Charles Martinet also the voice of Luigi?
Who?
The voice of Mario. Isn't he also the voice of Luigi?
I don't know.
Never know.
Did we get any of your mail?
What's the email, Tanner?
thesuperfunnetwork at gmail.com.
That's thesuperfunnetwork at gmail.com.
Did we get any, though?
Let me clear out all my emails. No, why am I opening up that one that has no emails? I know for a fact that one has no emails. What would it truth? No emails. We got 5 emails from Twitter. Like, hey yo, we got some shit you should look at. I'm like,
we're gonna get some really concerned emails from viewers, and they're gonna like, what are you high on? And you know what, kids? It's life.
It's life and also cocaine.
I thought you were straight edge.
It's been all a work. I worked all the marks. Eat your drugs. Stay in
milk.
Don't
do school.
Don't do school. That's an old fucking joke. Yeah. That's You ever think about like going to a fancy restaurant? Well, like have those like shitty like elementary school t-shirts like I'm allergic to homework. It's like wearing that shit in there. You go to the cake or golfs with that shit.
No, I haven't. But when you motioned with your hands, I thought you were minding a bow tie. And so I just thought of going to a fancy restaurant with one of those bow ties that spins.
It's a Beyblade. It's a Beyblade.
Oh shit, it's a fidget spinner.
I ever thought about just dying instantly?
Yes.
Nice. Got like 5 updates on what? Fucking Facebook. Yeah.
Have you ever thought...
No. Never.
Clearly.
I don't think.
Clearly neither of us have.
They don't pay us enough to think. We just do. And as we do, we leave. We're fucking done.
You can't play the normal outro music. You have to find, like, the weirdest ethereal shit to play us out as we fucking fade from existence.
Our
Please.
brains stop working.
God, yes.